Today we're going to put multiple recipes of mine together and we're going to make a miso sea bass over a yuzu beurre blanc. The first thing you're going to need is fish. This is wild-caught Chilean sea bass, also known as Patagonian toothfish, from Costco. It's not the cheapest. It's about $40 for 4 of these individually packed, vacuum-sealed sea bass pieces, but they are so good. Quality is fantastic. So now we're going to start with our miso marinade. If you want a more detailed version, check out that video, but it's equal parts soy sauce, water, and mirin. I'm going to add in a little bit of sesame oil, and then we're going to add in a bunch of miso. The miso you can go crazy with however much you want. It'll taste great. A little bit, a lot. You kind of just want to make a nice thick marinade. It's going to be a little bit watery because of just the amount of water in there, but you can see it has some body and that's what you're looking for. And now we're just going to pop that fish in after we dry it off and let that sit for anywhere from 4 to 12 hours. You don't really need to let it go overnight because it'll get a little bit over marinated and a little bit too salty, but 4 to 6 hours is probably your sweet spot. So cover that up and throw that in the fridge and just let that marinade soak into that beautiful fish. Here we are right around 6 hours later. You could see the fish took on a good amount of color, but it didn't get too dark. You could tell that the marinade worked though. We're going to throw this onto some parchment paper because we're going to broil this fish, not cook it in a pan or in an oven, just under the broiler only. If you get a little too much liquid out on that parchment paper, you want to soak that up because it'll burn quickly. You're going to get a little of that anyway, but that's totally fine. And now to make the beurre blanc. We got the wine and the shallot like we did last time, but instead of lemon or vinegar, we're going to use yuzu juice. Fresh yuzus are very hard to find, so you will most likely, if you're in America, only be able to find yuzu juice, but that works fine. We're going to make a little bit of asparagus to go on the side. All we're going to do is lightly salt and pepper this, a little bit of olive oil over the top, and that's going to go into an oven at around 400, 425 for maybe 10 to 15 minutes until you get the lightness. If you want to burn the crap out of them, go right ahead, put them in for 20 minutes. If you like them a little stiffer, put them in for around 10 minutes and they'll have more bite to them. And then we're just going to chop this shallot up for the beurre blanc. If you want a more detailed version of this, the last video I put out was a more detailed beurre blanc. Now we're just going to throw those asparagus in. They take the longest to cook, so they will be the first thing I put in. And then we're going to start to cook down the beurre blanc. We're going to get that wine in, half a cup. It's actually a little bit more this time because I wanted it a little looser than the last time. We're going to get that shallot in, and then we're going to get a little bit of that yuzu in. We're going to let that reduce now a bit, but while you have that reducing, throw your fish in. I'm going to cook it in the toaster because that's my better broiler, but you could broil it in your oven also, and we just have that under the broil. But that's what you're looking for with the reducing of the white wine and yuzu. And now we're just going to mix in 1 tablespoon of butter at a time until we get to right around 8 or 9 tablespoons of butter, and that'll have the perfect thickness for you. I'm going to put a dash of cream in there too, which I did off camera, but we did that in the last video also. Once you get that all mixed and emulsified, we're going to check it for seasoning. It needed some salt, pepper, and another little splash of the yuzu just to really bring out that citrus flavor. And that's it. You're done. Just keep this on the side, nice and warm, and go check on your fish. That's what we're looking for, which is great. I also have this great new thermometer, which I'll link down below, but it works as an infrared, and it also has a plug-in, so you could use both sides of it, and that's really fantastic. This has changed my home cooking and just checking temperatures around the house. But we're going to throw a little bit of marinade back on the top to give them a little bit more. That burning you see is great. That's what you want in a nice miso sea bass. It is flavor and it's caramelization. I also had some stock burning, so I kept this pot warm, kind of like in a double boiler. You don't need to do that. You could keep it on very low heat or even just in your sink with warm water, but right around 110 degrees is what you're looking for to keep it from breaking and keep it together nice and warmly. Once you finish that, same plating as last time, just we're going to add in a little bit of asparagus. But the thing that I was really looking for here is how does the yuzu play with the miso? The asparagus is there as just kind of a nice little bit of greenery. You can do anything you want really underneath it, but we're going to lay that out on a plate very nicely and then just get that sea bass placed right over the top of it. But some people don't like to really mess with the miso sea bass or a miso cod with other sauces. I think this yuzu beurre blanc really brought out the flavor of the miso, and it worked really, really nicely with the fish. You can see how flaky that is. Be very careful putting it on your plate. You don't want it to fall apart, but it will a little bit anyway. But this is a fantastic recipe. If you like miso fish at all, or yuzu or citrus, give this a try. It'll blow your mind.